Hi everyone! Have you ever thought about how one simple act of kindness can unravel a web of events that alters the course of not just one life, but many? Today, we dive into the captivating story of Ethan Moore, a billionaire with a heart as generous as his fortune. His journey is one of love, arrogance, and unexpected twists, showing how humility and sincerity can lead to life-changing moments. Stay tuned, because this is a tale you won't want to miss. Ethan Moore wasn't your typical billionaire. While many in his position basked in luxury, Ethan found his greatest joy in helping others. His sprawling mansion was as much a refuge for the destitute as it was a display of his wealth. From donating millions to charities to personally visiting homeless shelters, Ethan's reputation as a man with a heart of gold was well earned. But behind the scenes, his life wasn't as idyllic as it seemed. Ethan had been married to Sylvia for years, a woman who appeared perfect on the surface. Her beauty was captivating, her grace undeniable, and her sharp wit always a conversation starter. Yet beneath the polished exterior, Sylvia's arrogance ran deep. She moved through the world with a sense of entitlement, expecting everyone and everything to bend to her will. Whether she was hosting a grand gala or simply making a quick trip to the local market, her air of superiority was impossible to ignore. Sylvia had little patience for anything less than perfection and made sure to remind people of their place in her world at every opportunity. Unfortunately for Luna, the Moore's maid, she was one of those who often found herself on the receiving end of Sylvia's condescension. Luna, in stark contrast, was soft-spoken, humble, and unfailingly kind. Sylvia often found herself bothered by Luna's quiet beauty and unassuming nature, traits that she didn't understand or appreciate. Luna wasn't just a maid, she was someone who had been saved from the streets by Ethan's compassion. Years ago, during a brutal winter, Ethan had found Luna alone on the icy streets, shivering and without hope. Seeing her situation, Ethan had brought her into his home, not as a charity case, but as someone who deserved a fresh start. He gave Luna the chance to rebuild her life, and in doing so, she had become a valued and trusted member of the household. Her presence in the home was more than just physical labor. It was a symbol of Ethan's generosity and the kindness that drove him. But to Sylvia, Luna was a constant reminder of something she could never be: humble, graceful, and unfettered by the need to impress. As Luna settled into her new life, she worked diligently, keeping the Moore's home in pristine condition and supporting Ethan in ways no one else did. She never asked for much, only that she be allowed to contribute in whatever way she could. Yet no matter how hard she worked, it was clear to Sylvia that Luna was a threat to her position in the household. Sylvia's jealousy began to grow, especially when she noticed Ethan's admiration for the young woman. It wasn't overt, but Ethan couldn't help but be drawn to Luna's authenticity, her quiet strength, and the way she never demanded attention yet somehow commanded it with her sincerity. To Ethan, Luna was more than a maid. She was a reminder of the values he cherished: kindness, humility, and a deep sense of gratitude. But to Sylvia, Luna's presence was an irritation, one that she couldn't shake. Every time she saw the two of them together, she was reminded of just how much she had failed to win Ethan's heart completely. Sylvia's disdain for Luna became increasingly apparent. At the dinner table, Sylvia would make cutting remarks disguised as casual comments, questioning Luna's background and insinuating that she was only in their home because of Ethan's charity. These remarks weren't just aimed at Luna, they were also aimed at Ethan, as though trying to stir up doubt in his mind about his decision to help the young woman. But Ethan remained steadfast, never wavering in his support for Luna. He had always seen something in her that was pure and genuine, something he admired deeply. Meanwhile, Sylvia's attempts to assert her superiority only pushed Ethan further away. He began to feel a growing distance between them, a sense of disconnection that he could no longer ignore. While Sylvia's arrogance built walls between them, Luna's quiet presence in the background seemed to offer him solace in a way he hadn't realized he needed. Despite the tension, Ethan never let it affect his relationship with Luna. He continued to support her as she navigated her new life, offering guidance and encouragement when needed. But slowly a shift began to occur. Ethan's admiration for Luna's inner strength and beauty evolved into something deeper. What had started as a compassionate gesture had now blossomed into something more profound. He found himself drawn to Luna in a way that went beyond gratitude. He was falling in love with her. It wasn't something he had intended or expected, but it was undeniable. Luna, with her unassuming grace and quiet warmth, had captured his heart in a way Sylvia's arrogance never could. For Luna, the shift was equally confusing. She had always seen Ethan as a protector, a savior who had given her a second chance at life. But now, as they spent more time together, she began to see him in a different light. The feelings that had once been strictly those of gratitude and respect began to change. She admired Ethan not only for his kindness, but for the man he was. Someone who didn't let wealth or status define him. As Luna's own feelings for Ethan deepened, she struggled with the complexities of their relationship. She knew that Ethan was married to Sylvia, and she never wanted to cause trouble in their marriage. But the bond between her and Ethan had become undeniable, and neither of them could ignore it any longer. As Sylvia's disdain for Luna grew, so did the tension in the household, leaving everyone on edge. As time passed, Ethan found himself increasingly at odds with Sylvia. Her arrogance, once a minor irritation, grew unbearable. He noticed how she belittled others, her sharp tongue leaving a trail of hurt feelings wherever she went. Yet, amidst the chaos Sylvia created, Luna's presence became a soothing balm. Ethan couldn't help but admire her resilience and grace under pressure. Her kindness was a stark contrast to Sylvia's arrogance, and Ethan felt a growing sense of warmth whenever Luna was around. Ethan's admiration for Luna didn't go unnoticed. Sylvia, sharp as ever, began to sense a shift in her husband's demeanor. She would often catch him watching Luna with a softness in his eyes that hadn't been there before. Her suspicions quickly turned into jealousy, fueling even harsher treatment of Luna. The tension in the house became palpable, and Ethan found himself torn between his loyalty to Sylvia and his growing feelings for Luna. One evening, after an especially heated argument with Sylvia, Ethan found himself in the garden, seeking solace under the stars. Luna, who had been quietly tending to the flowers, hesitated before approaching him. "Mr. Moore, are you all right?" she asked softly. Ethan looked at her, the weight of his troubles evident in his tired eyes. In that moment, he realized how much he valued her presence. They talked for hours that night, sharing stories and dreams, and Ethan felt a connection he hadn't experienced in years. Ethan's feelings for Luna deepened, but he was a man of integrity. He knew the path forward wouldn't be easy, especially given Sylvia's volatile nature. One fateful day, Sylvia's arrogance reached new heights when she publicly humiliated Luna during a party attended by some of Ethan's closest friends. Ethan, unable to tolerate her behavior any longer, confronted Sylvia in front of their guests, making it clear that her actions were unacceptable. The confrontation marked a turning point. Ethan began to distance himself from Sylvia, focusing instead on his philanthropic efforts. He spent more time with Luna, not as her employer, but as a confidant and friend. Their bond grew stronger, but the road ahead was fraught with challenges. Sylvia, unwilling to lose her grip on Ethan, devised a plan to drive Luna out of their lives. One evening, Sylvia accused Luna of stealing an expensive piece of jewelry, presenting fabricated evidence to support her claim. Ethan, however, saw through Sylvia's deception. He defended Luna vehemently, exposing Sylvia's lies in the process. The incident shattered the already fragile foundation of their marriage. Ethan realized he could no longer ignore the toxicity Sylvia brought into his life. Ethan filed for divorce, a decision that sent shockwaves through their social circles. The process was messy and public, with Sylvia attempting to tarnish Ethan's reputation at every turn. Through it all, Luna stood by his side, offering unwavering support. Their bond, forged in adversity, blossomed into a love neither of them had anticipated. When the dust settled, Ethan and Luna began a new chapter together. Their relationship, built on mutual respect and genuine affection, was a testament to the power of kindness and humility. Ethan continued his philanthropic work with Luna by his side, helping him turn their shared vision of a better world into reality. Their story, filled with trials and triumphs, reminds us that true love isn't about wealth or status, but about finding someone who sees and values us for who we truly are. If this story moved you, let me know your thoughts in the comments and rate it from 1 to 5. And don't forget to check out the video now appearing on your screen. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.